Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Data with AG. Today I'm back with another interesting SQL question. This is a medium level interview question which was asked in Uber. This question uses the concept of window function and subqueries in it. So let's read the question. Assume you are given the table below on Uber transactions made by users. Write a query to obtain the third transaction of every user. Output the user ID, spend, and transaction date. So let's take a look at the table. So this is transactions table and we have three columns: user ID, spend, and transaction date. For the purpose of this question, we are interested in all three columns, but user ID and transaction date being the only two required columns for the calculation. Now, if you think of this question from a layman's view, the very first step would be ranking the transactions per user by the ascending order of the transaction date, and then taking the third record for each of the user. So in order to achieve that in SQL, I will use something called as row number, which is a window function. So let's write the query. First, let's select all columns from transactions. Now let's use a row number function. Number over partition by user ID and order by transaction date. And I'll name this column as RN, which is like a standard convention whenever you use a row number. Now let's see the output of this query. As you can see, now we have a row number assigned to every entry for each of the user, starting from 1 and then restarting at every user. This is because we have used the user ID column as the partitioning column. If you observe that there are users which have less than 3 transactions in them, such users will not be present in the output. So now let's complete the query by using a subquery. So a subquery is basically defining a query inside another query. So in order to achieve that, what I'll do, I'll wrap the below query inside another select query. And I'll give it an alias as, let's say, T1. Let's run the code. Yeah, we're getting the same output. Now, what we have to do, we have to only select the required columns. So if you look at the output, we require user ID, spend, and transaction date. Yeah, so we have all the three columns, but it's still returning all the records for each of the users. So let's use a where clause so we can filter out the third transaction for every user. So where rn equals 3 should give us the desired output. Now let's submit the query and check if it works. Perfect. The query works as desired. You can also use a CT instead of a subquery for this question. I will not touch the CT concept in this video. I'll leave it for some advanced questions in the future. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, do like and subscribe and comment your thoughts below. Cheers.